Hey everybody, this is Mr. CM here today with a news update. So I want to talk today about Anthony Weiner and the whole scandal with him. So about 2 years ago, Anthony Weiner came out during a scandal that he had after he had sent a picture of, his wiener to somebody else, and they said something. He eventually lost a seat in Congress because of this, and he is now running to be mayor. Well, during that time, he said more scandals will eventually come out. This isn't the last of it that you're going to hear. I admit to doing it. And that was it. And all of a sudden now, there's a lot of debate about it because a 20-year-old woman, or 22, or whatever age she is, somewhere in her 20s, has come out and said, hey, look, he sent me some messages. Now, this is all on a gossip website, believe it or not. And his wife yesterday said, I forgive him, I trust him, I believe in him, and we're going to move forward. And I've said that from the beginning, and, we're going to continue to live our lives the way that we are. One of the things I want to say to her, in particular, is, today Larry King was on The View, and I think that he said it the best. It's their family, and it's their livelihood, and we have to respect that. So in that regard, I want to say this to you, Mrs. Weiner. And I applaud you for what you're doing. I applaud you for standing by his side and saying, hey, this is the man that I love. I don't care what he did back then. This is now. We're moving forward. I applaud you for that. However, I do have this to say to you. You got to stand up for yourself, and you have to say, look, what don't I know? What will come out one day that I'm not going to hear about until it comes out and upsets me? You need to sit down with him and say, look, if you want this marriage to work, one, you got to stop doing what you're doing, or I'm out the door. Or two, you need to tell me about anything else that I don't already know about if you want this to work. And you need to understand that when you say this to him, you need to put everything out on the table and say, look, it's going to hurt for me to hear all of this, but this is your opportunity to say what you need to say and get it out on the table before it's too late, and say this is your only chance. If you don't tell me every single person that you've had contact with like this, and I find out later, I'm out the door. You need to give him that opportunity and say, look, I'm not playing with you anymore. And you need to work on that and get some help. Maybe you need to call Dr. Phil and get Dr. Phil into the situation. I'm just saying, I think maybe he could really help you. And the odds of you ever actually seeing this are probably very, very slim. But, look, I'm 22. I don't have a relationship going right now. And I've never been married, nor have I ever been engaged to really be married. Me and an ex-girlfriend did talk about it, but we never actually really got engaged. But my point is this. Take some advice from other people. And do what you think is right. Don't do what you think other people are going to do. Now, as for whether or not you're staying with them as a business deal, you need to think about your own future. Because, look, if you want to be a successful woman in this world today, you need to have your own thing going. Don't let him pay you off. Do what you need to do to succeed in life. Period. That's absolutely it. That is what you need to be doing for yourself. Now to Anthony. Anthony, all I'm going to say is this. You have done some stupid shit. Some really stupid shit. as far as I'm concerned, your run for mayor, you might need to really, really think about whether or not that's a good idea. Now, if you win and you become mayor, congratulations to you. I don't live in New York. I could care less. But you need to understand one thing. People are not going to vote for you if they can't even trust you, dude. Excuse me a moment. Sorry about that. It's hot outside today. I don't have AC going on right now. But my point is you need to grow up, dude. Be a man. Pull up them boxers or thong or panties or whatever the hell you like to wear. Pull them up and be a man. Stop hiding behind walls. Stop hiding behind the walls of the internet and be a man and own up to what you've done. Don't say, well, you're going to hear about it later. No. You come out first and you say, hey, look, these are all the emails I've ever sent. These are all the pictures I've ever sent. And I find it funny because we're talking about an event that happened even after you confessed to the first event. We're talking about an event that happened even after you said, oh, you're going to hear about more of them. How about we don't hear about any more of them at all? Pull up your pants, be a man, and stick that wiener back in your pants and keep it there where it belongs. The only person that needs to be controlling that part of your body is you and your wife. That's it. No other woman and no other man. Now, to the viewers who are speculating whether this is real or not, I don't really care. But let me say this. Leave the man alone. If you don't want him in your office and you live in New York, it's simple. Don't vote for him. See, I don't understand that about people. You bitch about people that are in office now. But here's the thing. You voted him in. You sign. You put that line through your ballot saying, I want this person as my next leader of my country. Or I want this person to be the leader of my city. Or, whatever it may be. You voted them into office. It's your problem. You need to call them and say, hey, look, I didn't vote you into office so you could do this, okay? You need to turn your ass around and do what needs to be done. I voted you in to do this. You need to do it, or the next time you run for anything, you're not getting my vote. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I voted for Obama. Do I like some of the things that he's done? No, not really. Do I like him as a person, though? Absolutely. Although I will say this. This week, he kind of pissed me off when he said 35 years ago, Trayvon Martin could have been me. That statement, I'm just going to say this really fast, even though I know it has nothing to do with the Weiner case. I'm just going to say this. Mr. President, that was not something that you should have said. I found it highly disrespectful and offensive. Now, I voted you. I like you as our president. I disagree with some of the things that you do as president, but I do like you as our leader. You were the first president I ever got to vote for. You were the, not to mention, not only are you the first president that I ever got to vote for, but you are the first African American president in history. And I voted for you. Not because of that, but because of your views. We have the same views. And yes, I did vote for you because you were black also. But that wasn't the reason I voted for you. That reason that I voted for you is because, you know what? it is time that we had some change. It is time that we said to ourselves, you know what? I think we've moved past that stage of life where everybody has to be watched. Now, I'm not saying you don't have racism problems in your life. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you were told you'll never be president because of the skin color. But you proved them wrong, and you became our president. Not once, but twice. You're in your last term. You know? But saying that was just stupid of you to do. And I have to tell you, I really can't support what you said. I'm sorry, but I can't. Now to the people again out there. You can believe what you want, but leave the man alone. Let him deal with his personal issue by himself. Like I said, it's simple. If you don't want him in office and you live where he's running to be mayor, don't vote for him. How hard is that? But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let all of y'all go. And I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.